Children, today let us learn story writing. You have written stories last year also, and you have story writing in your topic this year too. So today let us learn how to write stories. So before we start writing stories, let us know what a story is. A story is an imaginary tale centered on an incident. In a story, there is a build-up of incidents which leads to a climax, or the high point of the story, followed by the resolution. Now, we have here the points that we should keep in mind when we begin to write a story. First of all, decide on the events of the story beforehand, which means you have to decide on what topic you are going to write. Next, think about the number of characters the story will have and the relationships the characters share with one another. So you have to think about the characters, and if you have many characters, the main character's relationship with the other characters. All these things you will have to keep in your mind. Point 3, use dialogues. The dialogue should resemble the way people speak in real life. If otherwise, what happens? If dialogues are not perfect, if they don't match the background of the character, it will not sound good. An uneducated person would not speak in the same way of an educated person. So the dialogue should resemble the way people speak in their real life. Point 4, keep your reader in mind when you write your story, which means if you are writing a story for young children, the plot should deal with elements that a child of that age group would be familiar with. Point 5, we usually use the past tense for narration, but if you are describing an ongoing action, you can use the present tense to make it more exciting. The last point, one of the most common plot devices is to end the story with a twist. However, this should not come across as forced, but should flow naturally from the plot. So these are the points that we need to keep in mind when we write stories. We have a sample story here. Let's look at that. Short-tempered king had a faithful servant. Banished servant for small mistake. Servant went to live in forest. Years passed. Discovered a plot to kill the king. Informed king about it using his intelligence. King was sorry. Invited him back to the kingdom. This is an outline. So now the outline is developed here by giving the heading, the faithful servant. Let us see that also. So the faithful servant. Once upon a time, there was a short-tempered king. You see, in the outline it is given short-tempered, so you have to develop it by saying, once upon a time, there was a short-tempered king. Among his servants, there was one who was very faithful. You see, had a faithful servant is the next words in the outline. So that is developed as, among his servants, there was one who was very faithful. One day, the king went hunting. At the end of the day, he was tired, thirsty and hungry. These things are not given, okay, you have to make it out. The loyal servant, means faithful servant, fetched him water in a pitcher. So when the king was tired and hungry while hunting, he was taking rest. So the servant who was very faithful to him, he brought water. Fetched means brought water in a pitcher, in a pot. While he was handing the pitcher to the king, the servant split. Okay, this much only we have here. Let us move to the next page. The servant split. The servant split some water on the king's clothes in his hurry. The king, already touchy and tired, was furious. He immediately banished the royal servant from the kingdom. So this much we don't have. We have the line here, banished servant for a small mistake. The mistake is not given. So we have to find out a mistake. What the small mistake now? So what happened was that You can write anything. Here it is said that the servant saw the king thirsty and hungry, so he offered water. So while he was giving water, what happened? Little bit water he dropped. So the king got angry because he was very tired. So he was very angry and he immediately, means at once, banished the royal servant from the kingdom. He sent away, chased him away from the kingdom. Let's see what happened to the servant. The servant was sad but did not lose heart, which means he became sad because the king put him out, but he did not lose heart. No? He was not discouraged. He went to live in a neighboring jungle that we have here. He went to live in a neighboring forest. He taught himself everything he needed to survive in the forest. He did not know how to live in the forest. He was working with the king only, but now he taught himself, he learned how to live in a forest. When he learned how to use wood to make things, he built himself a small hut. So there in the forest, he made a hut for himself. These things are not given in the outline, so are developed. So you need to make in this way. So he planted a garden and started growing vegetables and fruit. So what he did, he went to the jungle, he learned how to make things out of wood. He made a small hut for him. Then he planted a garden. He made a garden and started growing vegetables and fruits. He collected the seeds from the trees in the forest and planted them in his garden. He learned the ways of wild animals and to coexist with them. So he also learned how to live with wild animals in the forest. He even made friends with some of the wild animals, and some he tamed. Tamed means he kept in his house as domestic animals. Slowly, he made peace with his solitary life in the jungle. He did not forget the king. So finally, he learned to adjust with his life in the jungle. But he did not forget about the king. He remembered how well the king had looked after him and waited for an opportunity to prove himself to be the king again. You see, although he was put out from the kingdom, he did not lose heart. He did not get discouraged. What he did, he did not get angry even with the king. So he wanted to be like a king. See how he was not taking revenge. No? He wanted to become a king. Years passed. By now, the servant knew every nook and corner of the jungle. The servant was living in the jungle and he knew all about the jungle. One day, while he was out gathering wild fruits, he came across a group of soldiers from the kingdom. So one day while he was gathering fruits and vegetables, he came across a group of soldiers who belonged to the kingdom. I already have an army assembled outside the city gates. At my signal, they will invade the city, said one of them. Good. Should we do away with the king too? Another asked. The servant had overheard the conversation and realized that the soldiers were scheming to attack the kingdom and kill the king. The servant wanted to alert the king, which means he wanted to inform the king. But how would he do so? If he went back, the king might order him to be killed. He thought hard. He remembered how pigeons were used as couriers to carry information. So earlier, pigeons were used for sending messages. So he thought about that. He had a pet pigeon whom he had been training to respond to him. He wrote a message on a piece of parchment, signed it with a symbol that he knew the king would remember, and sent it to the king. The message reached the king. He immediately foiled the plan of his enemy. So the king came to know and then he destroyed the enemy's plan. He also recognized the sender. He realized the mistake he had made by banishing the servant who had remained faithful to him despite his own unjust treatment of the man. He invited the servant back to the kingdom. He also appointed him minister as a reward of his loyalty and resourcefulness. This is how the story ends. Okay, so you will have to plan out your story in this way. I'm not saying exactly like this, but the outline will be given and you have to use some of your imagination and complete the story. That is it.